Hello, everyone. My name is Matt McConnell, and today we're talking about the zero moment of truth. This is a concept that Google introduced to us about a buyer's purchasing decision. So, what is ZMOT? Well, zero moment of truth. And it's essentially a critical moment of research for a product that makes the most sense to a consumer on a personal level. So it's really those decisions that generate those sales. And what are those decisions? And these are generated from tons of information now. There's so much online. There's so many sources at our disposal that can really just help us choose whether or not we want to buy something. ZMOT is online, in real time, in charge by the consumer, and it satisfies a need, triggering an emotional response by finding the best solution. And it's also competitive for attention. ZMOT is non-linear, and the more that is learned, the more that is researched, the more options that you're given. There's no clear path to these purchase decisions. But understanding that a consumer goes through these discovery and awareness stages is essential for profitability. If you're able to recognize this process, it's essential for business strategy. So let's talk some numbers here. Google asked Shopper Sciences to do a study of 5,000 shoppers, and they found that the average shopper used 10.4 sources of information to make a purchase decision in 2011. Now, imagine how much that's developed in 2024. They've probably used twice as many sources of information without even knowing. So what does that kind of look like? In the ZMOT book by Jim Lekinski, he describes one instance of ZMOT as a customer arming for battle. Now, that may sound a little bit hyperbolized, but it's kind of true. Us as customers, we don't want to be tricked anymore into spending more money than we should. So what do? Well, we research. We research everything. And due to this research, we're able to find out pricing and what exactly we want down to a T before we even step foot into a place such as a car dealership that he describes. We also want to make smart choices fast, as Jim describes. He talks about this concept of a minivan mom. And this mother is looking for a product on her sickly son. And she doesn't have all the time in the world, but she does know that she wants more information about the product quickly. And she also wants to know any product details, any offers or discounts. And in that moment, she knows what she wants to buy. So if she finds something that crosses off the list of everything that she's looking for, that sale has most likely been made. This concept is basically describing the importance of personalizing your product to your consumers while being available at that zero moment of truth. So how can you make sure that your ZMOT is available to your consumers? Jim describes 3 different ways you can do that. 1, make sure someone's in charge of the presence of your ZMOT. If nobody's in charge, somebody should be. You also need to really describe what your company's zero moments are. Not everyone's are the same. Finding out what works for you and really understanding your own user data will really make your business stand out. And using that data at the right place, at the right time, with the right message, as he describes, you're going to win. And you need to be able to answer the questions that people are asking. Don't just bring up savings or offers or any price points. Really find out what your customers care about and what they're looking up. And he describes some tools such as Google Trends that can help with this. Totally great. On my end, I've been using Google Ads, and this is a way that I've been able to really curate what is being shown online when people look things up. That's just another great example of the ZMOT. And then use all this data and track these analytics and constantly build, constantly change up the formula. And once you find something that works, keep it, but keep adding. I like the quote that says, data beats opinions. For example, if your design looks pretty, but it's not very user-friendly, what's the point of having it? And lastly, the zero moment of truth really needs to be optimized quickly. Speed is very important. You really just have to start. And once you start, you can begin to learn what's working for you and what's not and what needs to be changed. and just continually iterate, iterate, iterate.